Hello! Right, I have another specky, a broken specky. This one doesn't have any like output. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take it apart and put the composite mod on so I can have a proper look at it. These I've got RF units in, and my TV won't lock onto it for some reason. I don't know what it is, but it's one of them things. But it's just a simple mod that we can do. And also I have a S-Video mod that I want to do to this one, just to see if it's a little better than the composite mod. So that should be okay to do. Yeah, I don't know what's up with it, but that's the part of the process of repairing, I suppose. We just have a look and then get it sorted. I've got my next project is the Amiga. Right, so this this is well, it's sort of kind of stripped down, but that's as far as I've gone. On this one, there was a battery. There was a clock, like a clock battery on here, but I had to like take it apart and snip it out because they are prone to leaking, especially because they're this old. And this was no exception because there is corroded points and stuff on here. So this basically needs new sockets. It needs a good clean on the connections and stuff. Again, I don't know if it works. I don't have a power. Well, I do have a power supply, but I wasn't risking it. You should never risk an old power supply, just because they do degrade as everything else does. Everything else degrades. So if you're sticking power through it, you just have to be a little bit cautious. So yeah, so I'm going to get a new upgraded switching power supply for this, and I've got another Amiga as well. Oh dear me. Right, anyway, jumping ahead of herself there. So I'm going to put this on the bench and yeah, we'll strip it down and then see what's what with it. Right then, so I've took the board out, and it's a newer version of the one before. I'm going to say it looked pretty clean anyway. So it's an issue 4A. I think they went up to 6 something. So this is 26th week of 1984 on this chip. So 22nd week of 84. Yeah, so 1984 this is looking like. So yeah, a little bit newer than the last one. So they learn from the mistakes or not. Right then. So I've done the capacitor mod, as you can see. There it is. It's just a simple thing. You snip those 2 wires or desolder them. So that one and that one. And then you just run the lead off that lead there, and then stick it on the center pole in there. So yeah, so that should be that. Right, so video, I've already done the tests anyway, so it's pretty solid. I've just had just gone around with a multimeter just to make sure everything's okay, and I will be using my bench power supply as well for this one. I do have a proper switching power supply, but I like to see what sort of voltage current it's drawing. Okay, so that's what we get in. Right, so, but it's not a bad thing because we've got a white border. If you've got a white border, you're good. Right, let's take that out. So this is my diagnostics ROM. So we'll have a little look. Just plug that in. Yoink. Right, keep making sure everything's clean. Everything's clean. Right, hold that button down and Right, there we go. So this is doing like the lower RAM test. Aha! RAM fail 1. Rightio. Okay. So the Spectrum uses like 16K lower ROM. And because Sir Clive cheaped out on all the chips, it was only like the bottom half of the RAM that was usable, and then like the top half of the other. So like this is the top bit. So all this round here is the top bit. Now the bottom half is this. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So each one of these little chips holds a single bit of data. So there's 8 bits in a byte. So each one of these would hold a 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So one of these is saying it's bad. Now, on a Spectrum, it's from right to left. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've had a report of 1. So it would be that one. That RAM chip would be bad. Now, I do have all sorts. I do have some upper and lower RAM. Because these come in 2 parts. They're exactly the same, but some of the like lower functions are broke, and some of the upper functions are broke. So they split them into 2, and Clive Sinclair got them for dirt cheap because basically there was parts of the memory that was unusable. But for the Spectrum, the 16K lower part, that it just used that. And then for the 32-bit, for the other bit, for 32-bit, 32K, he used the upper part of the other chips. Right, so this is this one. Now, I won't recommend you do this, but you can piggyback. You just got to make sure you cover all the pins. So that one, I don't know if you can see, there's normally a little notch, but there isn't on this one. It's just a straight bit, but there is a tiny little dot on pin 1. I don't know if you can see it on that. I don't think you can, but trust me, it's there. Focus. Yeah, so you can see, look, there's a tiny little dot. So that indicates pin 1. So if I do this very carefully, it is a little bit fiddly, because you've got to make sure all the pins are on. Ew. Right, I'm not sure about that pipe pin. I mean, I'm going to desolder it and put a socket on. Right, let's just no, I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that. It is a little bit fiddly. Now, I'm not sure if I've gotten the entire, well, we'll soon know. Let's put the diagnostics ROM back on. Right. Hold that down. Okie dokie. Oh yeah, there we go. Right, so it's only piggybacked. So we do have to remove that socket. It looks a little bit dark because all I've just basically done that. Now there is some transistors, I think, but I'm not going to do that mod on this one. Looks like we're golden on this. That's why I'm going to put. I want to put this on, a little S-video connector. There we go. So yeah, that's it. That's all it was. Just that little bit of a memory chip. Right, so I shall desolder that. Let's turn the station on. Boom. And boom. Get this out of the way. All right. Take that off. So they are fairly easy to kind of sort out. The only problem you're gonna have is if the ULA, if that fails. Well, they're not making these anymore, and they are very rare because these are basically in the machine, like the RAM chips and stuff. You can still buy these. You can still buy these, and same as with every other components like the Z80. You can still buy them. The CPU, but the ULA, they're not making any more of them. Now there is like an alternative that you can use, but it's still quite expensive. So yeah, so that's the. I have bought a copper heatsink as well. So it's only a thin one. Now this one is in a socket. So some people, what they do is take the socket off and solder the ULA directly to the. But I don't want to do that. This is it's only like a 2mm, which is like really on the limit, because like once you put that on there, it's gonna, and you put your case back on top, it's gonna get there. But what it's gonna do is dissipate the heat across there. Because the heat is concentrated in that little bit. That's where your centered chip is, and that gets really hot. So to prolong the life, if we can put that on there just to spread the heat out a bit and draw some of that heat away from the center, it should last a few more years longer than it would do normally. I must say it looks pretty clean, all in all. It doesn't look like it's had any work done to it. Everything still looks original. You could normally tell because like the solder it is a little darker. You'll see once I start putting this this RAM chip in, once I start putting this socket in, it will look different to the others. So yeah, I mean it doesn't look like it's had any work done. But yes, it is doing now. Right then, we'll take that chip off. Just save that there. Just put that there a little bit. Right. Now then. Ooh. Clean that off. Get a nice clean tip. Yeah, cleanish. Right. So it is. Wait, what? That one. Yeah. Just melty, and then use this to bring it up. Oh yeah, that's lovely. Nice and clean that. Get a little clean before I start again. Brush. Just to get rid of the crappy stuff, because I want to put some flux on it. Anyway, right, now then. New socket. Right, so that's a bad RAM chip. I'll go in my collection of bad stuff. Get one of these. So this one has, you put the notch, the little notch. The notch goes on the top, like that. It follows those. And there we go. Right. So I've got a little bit of blue tack. And just press that on. So all I'm going to do is just hold that in place. I do have capped on tape. So this tape is like heat resistant. But I'm only going to tack like one corner and then the opposite corner. Once it's down, that's it, then I can go across. So there's no need really to use this. I only use this stuff if I'm taking parts off, surface mounts, where you want to protect the other components from heat. So that capped on tape is really good for deflecting heat. Right, I want to put some flux on here, lots and lots of flux. All right, just make sure that is down. Flux, where are you? Damn it. Oh, it's here. So it's just a little flux pen. Just pump it to get it activated. Just put it near the holes. Yeah, I use quite a bit of this stuff. It basically, it's like it does like capillary action. So if you've got some solder near your the metal, basically what it does is as it evaporates or goes off, condenses off, it draws the solder to it, and that's what you use flux for. Right. Right, here we go again. Right, it's not really that zoomed in, but you get a rough idea of where I am. So I don't know if you can hear the crackling of the flux. It's doing its job. Right, one corner. Opposite corner. Now we should be able to, that's it, take the blue tack off, and then that's done. Nice and flat to the board. Right, now we'll just zip down these. Nearly there. One side done. Right, that. Oh, that should be that. Give it a little spritz. Just have a check. Right. So it's there. Don't know if you can see or not. It won't focus in. It looks as good as the rest of them to me. I mean, I'm not a professional, by the way. It's nowhere near. Oh no. Oh no, no. But it looks good. Looks good to me. Right. So now if we take our RAM chip. Now then, just make sure that these, because when you piggyback, you could probably like bend the pins. That's why it's not a good idea to do it really. So when you go to put it in the socket, the pins will probably not line up as good. Let's just have a little look before we squish it down. Yeah, I'm not sure about that back pin. Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's plug it back in and see if we're good. Right, there is a lot of solder debris. Ooh. Get my video leads. Right, video AC, DC. Right. See if that works. Yes. Right, that's it. Success. Right, while it does its little bits, the other things I want to do is obviously I want to change the regulator as well. So I used one of these last time. So these are more efficient. So it means we can get rid of this big heatsink as well. Right, let's move that across a bit. I mean, it's not been on that long. Let's just have a little check of the temperature. Is that going to be okay? Going to behave? So, that is 30. Don't know if you can see. Right, let's go a little bit further so you can see. So it's like 33. Oh, what are we on? 48, 32. And if we move down, 29, 28, 30. So obviously it's not been on that long, and the longer it stops on, the hotter it gets. So that's why I want to put that little copper heatsink on. You can put copper shims on as well. But basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that off. See it flashing away. That's like where I'm shorting everything. Damn it, Jim. You've only just fixed it. You're going to end up breaking it again. I suppose I can do that. I'll do that last. Because it's just a matter of just IPA, clean that down, drop that on. So the next thing I want to do is that. Right. I won't keep you on for that one. I'll just start taking it apart, and then we'll bring you back when it's all ready to go. Right then, so that's the Traco. So that's got rid of that heatsink. So yeah, so you get 9 volts DC, and then it whacks it down to 5, but then you've got to get rid of the other 4. So the other 4 basically gets lost in heat. But this one's a switching one, so it just alternates quickly to give it, well, 5 volts. Newer technology. And yeah, right, next thing I want to do is this S-Video. So I need to get rid of that. Now then, that is a lot. So I'll have to turn that up a bit. Ooh. Have a little bit more heat on that one, I think. So we need to get rid of, well, not get rid of, but there don't appear to be that much solder. Enough. So it's like taking the heat away pretty quick as well. Okay. So these 2 tabs, they're basically just like for mechanical stress. So as you plug the antenna in and out, obviously it's going to put some stress on the box. So that's what these big solder points are for. It's just for purely for the mechanical stress of it. There's no electrical connection. Well, there is. It's a ground, but it doesn't form any major part. It's just a pain in the butt to try and get off. Although it is coming off quite well. That bit's going to be a bit awkward, is it? I've turned some heat up as well. Right, so let's quick clean. Now then, bend them tabs up. Okay, easier said than done. Just lever them up a little bit each side, that should be okay. Also, I need to take that capacitor off that I put on as well. If I can get up a little bit. Yeah. And get the big brother in. Now it's still attached a little bit, I think. We'll have to address that, or it's gonna rip the board. Right. So I need to take that positive lead, yeah, that positive lead off there. So that needs to come off. And still a little bit. Wow, I just don't want to go. I don't want us to bring me hot air out. Might have to. Come on. That is. Let's just go a little bit hotter. Ooh, it's on fire. So there's quite a bit of heat being sucked up. I don't think wicking it would help either. Let's try wicking it up. Just put a blob of that on to start with. Alright, let's try some of this instead. I don't think that's working. If I can get a little bit, that'll help. I think it's got a little bit of it. Try it this side. I think that side's gone. Right. Let's see if we can persuade it somehow. Give it a little waggle. There's not much solder that's actually holding it on. I think this side there is a little bit more though. Yeah, that side's gone. That side's definitely gone. Oh, this camera. So I'm not really set up for this, so I've only got like a webcam. Obviously, because I like when I stream games and stuff. It's a good webcam, but obviously it's not meant for this sort of close-up work stuff. Oh, there we go. She's come. So we'll just have to tin these wires first. All right, let's put that away before I burn myself. So just twist the ends. Right, just need to just there you go. Oh, I think I've turned it down too much. No, there we go. Right, just tin the ends. Yep. Right, we need to get rid of that capacitor. So we won't need that at all. Right then, so I've got this little capacitor, the one that I took off. Now it's supposed to be a 22 microfarad. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, 16 volt, 22. It's upside down, but it's coming out at 55. So that's bad. So yeah, so all these want replacing really, if that's anything to go by. And I'm guessing, like say, it's nearly 40 years old. Well, it's less than 40-year-old. This one is 50-year-old. Wait, what? No, 40-year-old. So yeah, so we'll replace those. Right. So I've got my S-video lead. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's turn that off. Okay. Go away. There you go. So I do have a capacitor kit. I bought one of these. Obviously we won't need that one because we don't need that one there. So we don't need that one. Right, so the picture should be a little better now. Well, according to that. Right, let's go. Power. Let's just do the test again. Yeah, it looks okay. So I've got like S-video to HDMI, which goes into my computer. It's on my capture card. So when I used to do like PlayStation recordings or Xbox, I have a capture card in there and it's HDMI. So I can take these outputs and then convert them into whatever. So this is S-video. Picture quality looks pretty good, to be fair. There's a couple of ghosty lines on there, but I don't know, that might be down to capacitors. Right, so that's the next thing that we're going to do. So I won't bore you with that, but it's just basically replacing these. You've already seen me do these anyway. Oh dear me. Stop touching stuff. All right. Anyway, let's change that before I blow anything else up. All right. Nice one. Right. That's all the caps redone. And yeah, they needed doing. There was some crazy ones out, so no wonder it was a bit iffy. Right. So last thing I want to do is bit of IPA on there, just to get rid of all the dirt and sticky fingers and things. Oh, that should dry off anyway. That'll be fine. And just this little heatsink. Now then, trying to peel these. Please. This is nightmare. Why don't they make them with like a little pull tab or something? Just a little bit, you know what I mean? Just help me out a little bit. Oh, hang on. Hang on. We've got it. Yes. Right. Try not to touch that. So it's only a thin shim. I mean, it's 2mm. You can get these in 1.5. I wish I should have got one of them, really. But never mind. Right, it doesn't take to be exact. It's just to give it a little more heat spreading, like a modern day heatsink. Right, that's cool. Right. Now then, we need... Where's my screwdriver? Oh, it's here. It's here. So there's only one screw, motherboard screw. So that's everything that we want to do. So we've replaced the RAM, capacitors, we've done that, and we've also done the voltage regulator as well. Awesome. So that's not going to go anywhere. Now for the top, I've not checked the keyboard out for the membrane. I don't know what that's like. I do have a spare membrane, so if it is not working, we can well, I can replace it. Dear. That's one. That's two. Right, I might just, before I do you think? I think I'm pretty confident in that. Okay. So that's where my S video is. That's pretty cool. All right. I'll take a chance on it. I'll take a chance on it being okay. All right. So we'll just pop this back together. So reverse till it pops, then you can go. We'll do one at the opposite corner. Right, so this is it for my spectrums. So the next thing I want to do is my Amiga, but that's going to be over a few, that is, because it's quite dirty. So I've got to redo the sockets, power supply, and then anything else I can come across. All right, one more. Cool. That's it. Right. Now then, S video. Ooh. Ooh. I think you might need a bit of adjustment on that. Or is it in? I think it's in. Right. Let's plug my cartridge in. Yoink. Oh, plugged into my joystick. Cool. Oh god, I need a bigger workspace. Oh dear me, I need a bigger flat. Right. So let's have a look. Ta-da! Right. Oh, that's not come on. Alright, let's just have a look at the keys. Uh-huh. That looks good to me. Caps lock. Caps or shift. Yeah. Lovely. Right. Why didn't you not turn on? Alright, let's have a look. There you go. Right then. Let's just have a little Let's go jetpack. Oh dear me, right. Oh no, one more jetpack. There we go. Is that it? Well, that video quality looks quite good. The flickering at the bottom is something to do with the HDMI, the capture card. It's nothing to do with the spectrum itself. It's just that the video output. Right, we want number 4 and number 5. Here we go. Right, the sound comes out of the speaker, so. Oh, God, sweet Jesus. Right then. So I would consider this absolutely fixed. So yeah, I enjoy doing stuff like this. I enjoy playing games as well. Don't get me wrong. But something I can just relax and do. It's just something I can pick up and put down as well. So if I get stuck with something, I can literally just walk away and it's still going to be there, and I can come back to it. Oh, damn it, Jim. But when you're playing games, sometimes you just can't do that. You just have to keep going until it... And I don't have the time anymore. No, what with working crazy hours and doing crazy stuff. But never mind. Right then, guys. I'll just get me rocket fueled. Then I'll be off. On to the next one. The Project Amiga. Awesome. Let me in. Right. There we go. So there we are. I just thought I'd take you on the journey with me while I just did my little thing. Right. Don't forget to whack a like on it. Comment as well, guys, because I don't even know if you like this sort of stuff. I mean, if not, I'll just do it off camera. If you like to see me tinkering about doing stuff as well as playing games, I'm still going to play games, so I'll still stream and record stuff when I get time. But yeah, so thanks a lot, guys.